Tonight, a quiet transition of power in the city of Clarkston is a huge change here, folks. For weeks now, Clarkston City Hall has been rocked by infighting and by a controversial city manager, and half of the police department quitting for less drama and higher pay somewhere else. But tonight, the city council appointed a new acting city manager. It's a plan they hope will fix what's wrong and be able to move forward. Let's go to John Sherrick in Clarkston.
Clarkston's new acting city manager turns out to be a veteran of City Hall who has been one of the toughest critics of the now former city manager. Clarkston's acting city manager is the city's finance director, Dan Defnall, who will now get the chance to run the city as he thinks it ought to be run. The city council unanimously appointed Defnall at this special meeting Thursday night. Defnall declined to comment. Mayor Beverly Burks tells me that Defnall and the council will now review controversial decisions made by the now former city manager, Shawana Cowie, who left the job earlier this week by mutual agreement. The mayor says they will, for example, review and possibly undo contracts with outside consultants and vendors that Cowie had negotiated over Defnall's objections.
Well, we're just going to make sure in terms of any types of contracts, anything else that we need to review, definitely follow through in terms of stopping that work, doing whatever in terms of our internal process and going from there.
Mayor Burks made it clear, for example, that veteran retired law enforcement officer John Pearson is out. Cowie had said she hired Pearson last month as a consultant to oversee the police department. But no one at City Hall could find any contract with Pearson. Nothing in writing except this handwritten post-it note from Cowie telling the finance director, Defnall, to set up a city email account for Pearson. But Mayor Burks says Pearson was never an employee and was never paid. Burks says she's looking forward.
We've been through a lot, and we're going to be transparent, but we're also going to heal. I think we need to make sure that we really focus on coming together as a community, because that's who we are. That's what makes us so strong and so great, is that we can come through whatever the storms and be a strong Clarkston.
But supporters of the now former city manager are demanding an investigation, believing that Cowie was forced to resign. A black Muslim woman targeted, they say, because of her race and religion. The mayor says she would welcome a meeting with them to talk, if not to reinstate Cowie. At Clarkston City Hall, John Sherrick, 11 Alive News.
11 Alive broke this story, and we have been following every single development ever since we first learned about police officers leaving the department. You can read all about it on our coverage on 11alive.com.